Gregory.
Come join us on our adventures on
D&G Explorers. Jai Jai.
Hello! What happened?
They're still watching the video. I'm just like,
What in the world is going on with my...
hello, Explorers.
I need hair and makeup. Hair and makeup. My hair. No, I'm just playing.
Give it up. Give it up.
Whatever.
Welcome in, everyone.
Welcome.
Happy
It's
April 12th.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, April 12th.
As it is every day that we're on.
Yep. And I just woke up from a nap, probably about an hour ago. I took a 2-hour nap. And
Must be nice.
I'm a little tired. I must say. But
Because I'm just working away over there. Must be nice. Get a nap and everything. So.
But welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Don't mind all the Easter stuff that the Easter Bunny left us.
Yeah.
All the goodies and things.
He did good. But today we are going to talk about our upcoming cruise because, you know, things have gotten real, but they're about to get more real.
Sorry. This is really bothering me. There we go.
So we're going to talk about what we've done so far for the Norwegian cruise. We're going to talk about what we still have upcoming to get ready for the cruise. Gregory out there putting rum on the table.
Oh, I wish.
So, Greg, why don't we welcome our explorers in? But taking it away is going to be Jim from More Sunshine, please. Jim, take it away.
Check. Brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. Side effects may include fever, rash, and extreme flatulence.
Wow,
It looks
that
like a
was
Chinese,
like it was like
when they
a
dub it.
international Godzilla movie or something. His lips weren't matching.
That is hilarious.
And we hope that Jim feels better. He actually
Yes.
didn't have a show yesterday because he's been under the weather.
We know all about that.
We have some friends that have been under the weather. Excuse me. With some flus and sicknesses, it's just going around. It seems
It's
like
lingering.
Why
That's
are
the
you
thing.
pointing at me?
Because I've been sick. You've been sick.
Well, we're not sick anymore.
We're still coughing.
Well, I think it's just because of the allergies. But before we get into all that, let's just say welcome to everybody. So we got Angela Nemechek, Anthony Simone, Just Dave, excuse me, RobFuz.
Wait. Did you say RobFuz?
I did.
Wait. Welcome in, Rob.
Welcome back, Waypoint Explorers. They have been gone for an 11-day cruise. Makes me sick.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Tell me how you really feel.
I am very happy that they got to go on a long, relaxing cruise. They
Yes.
deserve it. 11 days.
Yeah, we need to reach out to them because I know,
Yes.
I know they've been busy getting back to everything, but I want to find
Yeah.
out how their cruise was.
We didn't want to bombard them right when they got back. We talked with them a little bit, so, but yeah, we need to catch up. Excuse me. Where was I? Tony G, 1975, and we have Najima Brown, and we have Tiffany Peacock, George in Atlanta, Movie Mania Nick. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. But welcome everybody.
So
I need some coffee or something. I'm
Waypoint
sorry.
said they are sick people, so I hope not because they're gonna get a visit from someone in the next couple of weeks.
They said,
We are.
"Oh,
sick
you're
people.
not sick, people. If you're doing it as a joke, you're not sick. But if you're actually sick with a cold or something, that's not good. We hope you feel better if that's the case."
Yes, very much so. But wow, what things have been happening? Good news, you guys.
Cruising is fun anytime. Welcome. I thought it said good evening or good morning. I'm so sorry.
We
I'm yawning like crazy.
I should just like.
Wow.
So good news, we just found out today that Harry Potter is going to come out in a TV series.
Yeah. I'm kind of mixed with that because it's not the same actors. I
Well,
don't
they're
even
not
know.
going to be the
I don't
same.
even know what year.
They're going to do the whole thing. They're going to run through the whole series, like year one, like through the books. They're going to do it again.
What? Why? You have movies. Why are you going to do that again with different actors?
They might be able to do things in a TV series that they couldn't do in the movies because in the movies they have to focus on certain things. Because in the books, there's a lot of things that were in the books that are not in the movies. Ghosts that weren't in there.
Well,
Peeves was never in there.
But they only had so much time, and they couldn't cram everything in. Paul Eichenlaw, welcome. It would be nice if they centered with like other characters that you didn't know too much about and talked about them, not necessarily, all the main characters that we've already seen in the movies. I don't want to watch the movies over again as a TV show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They need to make it different if that's what they're doing. Angela, you need to see those movies.
Yes.
That is your homework.
Rob says that he hasn't seen that, but Rob said,
Oh my gosh.
he thinks they're negotiating. But this was an email I got because I'm part of the.
I
what is
thought
it
you
called?
meant he
The,
hasn't seen the movies. I'm like, you need to see the movies.
It's part of the wizardingworld.com. It says, "We're thrilled to announce a new scripted Harry Potter television series is coming, set to be a faithful adaptation of the original Harry Potter books written by J.K. Rowling. The new Max original series will see a new cast bringing these incredible adventures and much loved characters to audiences around the world." So that's pretty exciting.
Paul, I don't know if Dilly Dilly is going to make me wake up. It'll probably put me to sleep. I need caffeine or something. I've been working so much. Excuse me, and so has Derek. And I think it's just getting to me. So.
Yeah, we need a vacation. We just came back not too long ago, but we need a
Well,
vacation.
we will have a vacation coming up soon.
Yep. Also, what other news?
Beginning of next month.
I had a physical today. And you know what I found out?
Did you let's get physical, physical?
Well,
did all the leg warmers and stuff come out? And
the doctor got a little physical, but we'll leave it at that.
Derek, really?
I found out.
Where's Pepper Tree Villa when you need a slap?
I found out I have a hernia in my belly button. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, you could rip it anywhere inside your stomach wall, and you probably did it not knowing from working because you have to pick up stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you have to pull on your stomach and keep your back straight. Lift with your legs, not your back.
Yep.
And you probably forget that at times, and you got to be careful because that can cause little tears. Destination fun. Welcome. Oh my God, we're in surround sound.
Greg, I don't know if you are aware, but they're also going to be on the non-group group cruise with us. So it's Sherry.
I don't think I was aware, but that's awesome.
I know you're on the polo for the non-group.
I probably have seen. Well, I remember Sherry. I don't know people by their YouTube names really. If I see their face or know their real name, then that's easier for me.
Paul said it's common to have hernia. I don't remember even how I did it, but I know probably for like the last 5 months, my belly button's like kind of more protruded. So he said, when I told him that, he said, "Let me look at it," and for sure.
Well, you never told me about it.
I told you that.
I don't think so.
George says feels like an
I was reading that.
OSHA safety. You know, he asked me, he goes, "Do you want to treat this as a workers' comp?"
But you don't know.
But no, I'm not going to.
You don't know if you got hurt at the job.
Plus, it penalizes our store, and I'm the store manager. I'd rather pay the money, and plus I don't know when it is.
Yes, Sherry is Destination Fun, and we are on the non. We can't wait to meet you.
So many
yes,
people
that's
are
going to
on that.
be awesome to meet you, and a bunch of other people that are going to be on there. And it's a non-group
You were gonna say
group cruise.
It's a naughty group cruise.
Well, for some people it might be. I don't know, but it's a non-group cruise.
Yes, which is a little bit interesting because now they're doing certain things
As a group cruise.
as a group. And it's kind of throwing me off because I'm thinking, wait a minute,
They're going to do what they're going to do.
I can't mentally get my mind wrapped around this cruise, but it's going to be on Carnival's newest ship.
You make it what you want, and you do what you want.
Yep.
And it's going to be fun.
Yep. We're going to be on the Carnival Celebration. So we've only been on Carnival Radiance out of the Carnival ships. We've been on that ship twice. And we have... we're looking forward to going from an older generation ship to a newer generation.
Wow, I can't believe Tony G said, "Don't get too excited at Destination Fun." Okay, so he's basically saying when he met us, we were a bunch of drabs. No, he loved us. We loved him.
I like to say how
awesome.
you said he loved us. He probably needs to answer that himself.
He did. He says it was a pleasure to meet us and hang out with us. He loved every minute of it.
And he's from England. He's British.
Travels Adventures with Eric B. Welcome, and Cheryl One Deck
Down. Welcome, Eric. Are you on the non-group cruise too?
He said, "Love you guys," and he gave a heart. We know you love
thought
us, and we love you also.
I think Eric might also be on the non-group cruise.
There's probably people that are on this cruise that aren't even on the Polo group.
Yeah, we figured.
I wouldn't put it past it.
Well, on the Facebook page, there's 58 people, and I don't know if everyone's
I
on there.
haven't even been on the Facebook page.
But we're thinking there's 100 because there's kind of two groups going on. So there's a lot of people on like a side group that didn't book through Betsy, so they're on a different one, and there's quite a few people in that too. So
and Gary is also going, and he's not going to be on the show tonight as a viewer, Because he's on his own awesome cruise with him and his wife and his sister. So
They were in Ultra Reels today, Jamaica.
Yep.
So cool. Eric is going to be on that. Awesome. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
what is the George is asking?
So in some of the group cruises that you go on, you have different things that you have to do, that you can do throughout the day. So it could be like, we're going to meet here and do this, and then we're going to go and do this. And Josh and Michelle and Betsy and Mike are basically leading this group cruise. They said, we don't want that. It's basically, you can do
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want. You can feel if you want to join. You don't feel like you have to. So there's not a lot planned. There is a slot pull that they're planning on doing. But they're going to cap it off at a certain amount. And then there's also a meet and greet on the first day, which is only like an hour before sail away. So I don't even know how many people are going to be able to do that. And then there is an excursion that they're going to go in Grand Turk. They're going to go to not an all-inclusive resort. Well, I guess maybe it might be, but they're going to go to an inclusive resort.
I'm glad you said all-inclusive and not clothing optional.
Angela says, yeah, there's like 100 people. So it's big. When we booked it, there wasn't that many people on there, but it's grown.
It's a group of people, but it's not... They're not considering it a group cruise in the traditional sense of a group cruise. It's a non-group cruise because it's a group of people.
Yeah.
But it's really just whatever you want to do.
And you get perks of a group cruise. So whatever was offered, whether it's additional onboard credit, if it's something different, you get that. Instead of booking it on your own, you might have not received those special things. So... a bar crawl too. Yes, thank you, Angela. They're going to do a bar crawl too. So it's going to be interesting.
We might just do our own bar crawl with a small group of people as well.
Because from what I understand, they're going to have the drinks already made for the bartenders. But
I thought they weren't.
Oh, okay.
I thought they said they aren't going to do that. Because someone asked, and I thought Betsy said absolutely not, or something, or somebody said that. I don't know.
Okay. So, all right. But yeah, if you're going with a bigger group, it might be harder to get a drink at the bar with everything that's going on. Cheryl asked also a slot pull. So what they do for slot pulls is maybe 20 people will pay $20 each. So you'll get like 5 spins. So they'll do like max for like $5. So you'll get like 5 spins. So everyone will have a chance to play. And then whatever money is left over, like if there's coins, like say there's $100.50. Well, the 50 cents, they'll donate it. And then they'll separate the $100. They'll go between the 20 people. So you don't normally win big on it. But, I mean, you can. There's always that chance. It's my ginger ale.
Control your bodily functions.
Sorry. It's, so, yeah, that's basically what it is. It's more of being around people and having something to do. So we're looking at doing that. Oh, Tony said, loved my $250 onboard credit. So I don't even remember what we had on there. We've had so many different cruises. What's offered on what? I'm like, oh, okay. Is that what it is?
I get everything confused. I don't know how he remembers the places we're going and stuff for each cruise when we have multiple that are set up. And I'm like, where are we going on this one again? And he says it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm glad he remembers because I don't remember.
Yeah,
it's just when it happens, it happens.
We're going out of Miami, and that's probably our most sailed out cruise port. Miami is. Yeah, it's probably the one we've gone out the most. I actually like Miami. It's a good port to sail out. It's definitely one of my favorite ones to go out. Better than Port Canaveral. I was waiting for you to say something because that's the Disney port. But, yes, so we're excited about that. What else did we have going on? Easter. The Easter Bunny was incredibly kind to us. So
nothing that we really need, but
that's for sure.
It tastes good.
Yes. And apparently the Easter Bunny likes Reese's Buttercups because everything was...
Reese's peanut butter, yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. But okay, guys. So, we are going to be going up on a cruise coming up, and so we're going to on the Norwegian Encore.
Our first full Alaskan cruise.
And about a year ago, in fact, we're finishing up those videos. I keep saying that on the Discovery Princess. When we went
slowly
on,
but surely, we're getting there.
Yeah, on May last year, about the same time, we were on also the Alaska cruise. So we kind of have an idea of how to dress, what to expect. Although year to year things can change, especially in Alaska. Things can be colder, things can be a little bit warmer. But we're going at the beginning of cruise season, so it's going to be a little bit different, I think, this year. Just because we've had a lot, our weather this year has been very weird. So who knows what to expect? But looking forward to it.
We'll dress for a little bit of each.
Yes.
Cold and hot.
Do you remember when we had to pay the final payment?
No, I don't.
Let me look at my notes.
Wait, I thought we paid that cruise.
We did. But we still have the final payment.
I was going to say, we're a little late if we didn't pay it off by now.
We would have had the cruise if that was the case.
Right. Well, I don't know which cruise you're talking about, but you were just talking about the Alaskan cruise, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about now. I am cruising Alaska in August, Tony G said. Awesome. Are you doing
Okay.
the full
1 second.
cruise or a taster cruise? Because we only had the taster, and it only
Sampler.
went to Ketchikan. Huh?
Sampler.
Sampler,
Alaskan sampler.
taster, whatever.
So our final payment was due on January 7th of this year, which was right after Christmas. So
Oh yeah, I hope we paid it off by then.
we actually had some good deals because normally, like, we were going to pay around, I think it was going to be around $7,000 for the stateroom, but they kept bumping it down, and we got
kept
with all
getting
the
it-
different specials that they were running.
Going down more and more.
I want to say we got it between anywhere from $3,000 or $4,000, I believe. So it was a really good deal.
7 day from Seattle on Celebrity Solstice.
Yeah.
We're going out of Seattle also.
So we were able to do that,
7
and then
days.
we were able to book some dining reservations. We'll go a little bit over what we actually have per day, but we were able to book dining reservations, but we still can't book like the go-karts. We can't book the laser
You have
tag,
to do all that when you're on the
the
ship.
comedy shows. You do that when you get on ship. This coming Sunday, we can book, we can check in. So we're going to do that. So that's the final thing. We want to pay for, it's like Faster to the Fun. It's going to be an additional $200 to do that.
For what now?
To
What's
get on,
it called?
To get on, I don't know what they call it. It's called to get on the ship earlier.
Oh no, it's not. That's not what it's called. Oh, that's what we were talking about the other day. Okay.
Yes.
Again, so many things we talk about.
Yeah.
I'm like, say what now?
So it's $200. It depends on the length of the cruise. So for the fact that it's between 6 to 9 days, it's going to be $200 per stateroom, not per person, per stateroom. So it's
Thank
basically
God.
$100 each.
Yes.
So some of the benefits you get to get on early, which to me is important because especially when you go on something like Norwegian and you want to book this other stuff. When we did this on the Bliss, there was no one in there, so the rooms wasn't crowded because you have to go to the social club on when you get on the ship to book these things. So it made it easy just to we didn't have to worry like freak out and say, oh my gosh, are we going to get this? What time do we want? So
you get a continental type breakfast throughout the week.
Yes, complimentary. You get they give you a couple of different.
You get off the ship early too.
They're not canapes. Is that what they're called? Canapes?
What?
The desserts, like the little
Canapes?
Yeah, there you go. We were joking around, and
You said canopy the other day.
Canopees, I think I was saying.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
They let you get off the ship early for excursions.
Yes.
If it's applicable, they say, which I have no idea what that even means. It's not applicable today. Sorry, you got to wait with everybody else.
No, I mean you get priority debarkation. So if you're going to walk off, you'd get off earlier. If you have an excursion, you're going to have a different code to get off the ship. But we don't have a tender in that port, so we're fine. We don't have to worry about that. Also, when we go home, we get priority disembarkation, which we're going to stay on a little bit later because we get in like 7 in the morning. probably will be off. We could leave by 8, but our flight isn't until like 7 o'clock at night. So we're going to try to find a place to stash our luggage. And then
we could be like the last ones to be off the ship.
yeah.
Destination Fun said we did an Alaskan cruise in September and loved it. We were on Ovation.
Out of Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely doing that on a joy, Angela said.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. I don't know if on our group cruise, if we have a tender port. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we have a tender port on our group
Well,
cruise.
speaking of our group cruise,
We'll do that. We'll do that
we'll
after.
bring up the information a little bit to let you guys know about that.
So let's talk about the Encore, and let's see what we have here. So we are leaving out of Seattle, and then we are going to go up to Juneau, and then Skagway, and then Glacier Bay, and then Ketchikan, and then we have to go to a foreign port. So we are in Victoria for a very small amount. I think we're in there for a total of 3 hours. So
We probably won't even get off
we're
the
not
ship.
even sure if we're getting off of there.
I don't think we will, because by the time you get off of it, it'll be time to get back on.
Exactly.
Not too much to do.
So these are our
We'll see.
activities that we have planned. So we leave at what time do we leave here? We leave at 5 o'clock is when we sail away out of Seattle.
The sun will still be up then too.
Well, if it's anything like it was last time, it didn't set till a lot later. Well, that was Alaska.
Yeah,
So-
we'll be in Seattle.
First night, some of the things we have planned.
Look at the fresh guacamole.
Yeah, this will be our third NCL cruise. We have not been to Los Lobos before, so this will be our first time. Our friends are very much, they like Mexican food, and so we thought we'd try this to give it a try. We were going to do this on our Bliss cruise with Angela, but we decided, why are we going to Mexico and eating Mexican food on the ship? So we did Italian restaurant, I wanted to say, is what we did.
I like some Mexican food, and I'm getting more into guacamole as long as it's freshly made and it has like a bunch of good ingredients.
Like what that looked like on there?
Yeah, that and the one and Gonzalez in Vegas. Oh, they make the fresh guacamole right in front of you. There's nothing like it. I love it. We had most of those ports: Ketchikan, Skagway, and Victoria.
All right, so day 2 is a sea day.
We love our sea days.
And then we go to Juneau, Alaska. Now, this thing we did not...
Did you know we're going to Alaska and Juneau, Alaska?
We arrive at 2:30, which is pretty insane to arrive. I think we're like 2:30 to 11. We didn't book an excursion through the cruise line.
Oh, cool, Tony. That's awesome.
We decided to go through Viator, and we are going to. It's a 20 to 30 person canoe, I believe, is what they said.
You said Viator.
Yeah, not
Violator. Okay,
Not
just
Viator.
want to make sure.
So we're going to go to Mendenhall Glacier, and we're going to get super close to it. I doubt we're going to get that close that we could touch it, but we are
Probably
going to get
not.
closer to it than I have seen on some of the other excursions.
Our luck will touch it. It'll crack and start to avalanche down,
I know.
and we'll be going on a wave ride. No.
I think for both of us, it's just under $450 for this, but it's cheaper than... Well, first, this cruise isn't offered, or this excursion is not offered the exact same one as it is on Norwegian. So I had seen it before, and then I looked through Viator and I saw it again. So we wanted to book through there because it's a little bit different than what NCL offers.
That glacier looks like glass.
Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
blue means that it's very cold. Welcome in Embarkation Nation. Thank you for
Welcome.
joining us today.
I wonder how many people are going to be able to fit on that little canoe.
They said 20 to 30.
Oh, wow. We're going to be all squished like sardines. No personal space with strangers.
So the next day after that, we're going to be in Skagway, and we have the White Scenic Pass Railway. This is one of the first things we booked, and we booked this a long time ago because this is one of the things that sells out a lot. So we're going to go
That's gonna
on
be
this.
fun.
Yeah, I love trains. Greg loves trains.
We'll bring our own snacks, too. Is this the one where they said that they're kind of pricey with snacks to bring your own stuff on
I think
the
Cruising
train.
with Will said that, but that was a while ago, and things can change.
I'm sure we'll still bring our own snacks.
Yeah, and then you can see it at the bottom. We have another one of our specialty diners. It's going to be Cagney's. So Los Lobos and Cagney's are additional cost for restaurants on NCL. So that's going to be that night. So that's their steakhouse.
Aren't they across from each other?
Yes, they are. Good memory. Very good memory.
And they don't just have steak; they do have seafood there too. So I'm not a big steak eater, although I do like filet mignon. So I just don't like how they make it. It's horrible.
Yeah, and we, with our free at sea package, they give you different offers. Some of the offers,
White Pass Railway Destination funded.
some of the offers were the 2 additional dinings that you could pay for the specialty. We ended up paying for additional 2 more because it's a lot cheaper to do that than if you were to buy it a la carte and just make reservations and pay it. It's a lot more expensive if you did that. So it's a little bit cheaper to do that. It's Billy, and it's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Captain Billy
Happy
J.
birthday, Billy.
Wait, self-proclaimed Captain Billy J. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Derek and Gregory. The captain is here. Hope you're
Welcome.
doing something awesome and fun for your birthday.
So those are 2 of the 4 restaurants that we ended up picking out. Los Lobos and Cagney's.
But there's one that we always do,
Which you'll
with
see
just
here in
us.
a second. So Glacier Bay is it's called a cruising day.
You're welcome, Billy.
You don't stop there. You can't jump on a glacier but it's basically going in there.
It's basically
quiet from what I hear.
It's basically picture taking time and video taking time of all the beautiful glaciers.
Yeah, so they probably won't even run the go-karts. They won't have bands playing from what I understand because it's a very peaceful and quiet area. They don't want it to disturb everything.
George Gary is on his own cruise adventure right now, so we don't expect him to be on the show. He's out having fun with his family, so wishing him lots of fun.
So the next day we are going to be in Ketchikan. Now we have been in Ketchikan before, and
Are we gonna go and catch a can? Are the cans rolling down the hill?
no, we're going to see the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. We thought we'd go ahead and pay for this, and then we're also doing what Greg talked about, his favorite restaurant. It's going to be Ocean Blue.
Yes, I love the restaurant. Lots of seafood galore.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When we were on the Bliss the first time we went, I didn't enjoy it as much. I did enjoy it more this time, but I think it was because of what we ordered that I didn't.
I liked my food. Every time we've gone, I've liked my food. I've never had a complaint about my food.
Billy says,
don't know what you're ordering.
Do the can and catch a can.
Oh, there you go. Can you can and catch a can?
The one thing that when we went last year on Princess, we were at a dock that was closer to downtown. We're going to go to Ward's Cove, and that is not walking distance to downtown. So when we saw that, we were kind of thinking, oh, great, how are we going to get to downtown? And with like, we weren't going to book an excursion.
And hearing it's in Ketchikan?
This is Ketchikan. So we are doing the lumberjack thing, so we get transportation into Ketchikan. And then they said They said you can walk around with it. So that's why we did it that way. And they do have a bus that takes you from downtown. I don't know if at times it was free, and I don't know if this year if it's going to be free. I think last year they had to pay for it. So there is a paid shuttle which goes from where NCL docks to taking you about 15-20 minutes away into where the main area of Ketchikan is. So looking forward to that though. Embarkation Nation, we are going on the Encore in June 2025 in Alaska. So that's going to be very exciting. We're looking forward to the Encore. We love the Bliss. That's my favorite ship so far of all the ships that we've been on.
That's my favorite non-Disney ship.
Tony said you didn't like Ocean Blue.
That's what I was talking about.
So,
because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Well, it was our special. It was our special night, so he got to hang out with Angela, and they went to the French restaurant. I think.
Yeah, they went to French Le Bistro. Yes.
Yep.
Which Greg had a bad taste in his mouth with experience on the Bliss. First time on the Bliss. Remember you got sick on there because of the noise. It was under the engines.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't like that the table was constantly moving. It was like a constant earthquake. The drinks were moving and rattling and everything. So, not a very good spot to have it. But
Embarkation Nation, that's going to be their first NCL. I mean,
Bliss, awesome.
No, the Encore
Oh.
next year in Alaska.
Oh, awesome.
The Encore, the Breakaway Plus class ships, minus the Escape because it doesn't have the observation lounge. Those are perfect ships. So the Joy, the Encore, and the Bliss are perfect to see in Alaska because of the observation lounge.
Or they built for Alaska
that
with
was
the
a thought.
observation lounge.
That was a thought process of it. And on the newer ones, the Viva and the Prima, they do have an observation lounge, but I don't know how it looks. But they do have it. It's a smaller version than
the
what
Joy
they had on
doesn't
it.
have an observation lounge. I
The
don't
Joy
think does it.
Yes.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It does. Yes, they put one in. It wasn't because it was a Japanese
Oh
one.
yeah, that's right.
And they ended up doing all this millions they spent to refurbish the ship, and that was one of the things they added.
What? I don't know, but Alaska.
Oh my gosh, I'll ask. I'll ask you,
Oh,
Billy.
welcome! It's Cruising Karen.
Hey, it's Cruising Karen.
And
Welcome.
Jamie Wilhite.
Welcome in.
You're not late.
Never
You're
late.
fashionably on time.
So this is our third dining that we're eating at, which is the Ocean Blue, and then we also this is my favorite restaurant.
Oh yes, teppanyaki.
Yes. So
That's my second favorite restaurant.
as you can see, we get into Victoria at 8 p.m. and I think we leave at 11 p.m. So it's like, what are you even going to do? Are you going to just touch your feet on the dock and say, okay, we've been here? And from what I understand from our friends who live up there, there's nothing really at the dock area. You have to kind of walk out a little bit to get to anything. So
Yeah, we won't have time to. We don't want to miss our ship.
no.
So,
But my favorite restaurant on any ship we've been on has been the teppanyaki. We've on all three of our NCL cruises we've
it's
been
like
on.
dinner
we've
and a
had
show.
Amazing. The food is amazing.
Yes.
The drinks are kind of interesting. There's one called a wasabi.
That one I think I like better than the other one. There was one that was like a cucumberish
was.
one, and that was not very
But the wasabi,
good.
it doesn't have wasabi in it, but it actually was better than
It's
like what Greg
sweet.
said.
It's a sweeter drink.
So again, this is where we're going. This is our little path out of Seattle. So we're looking forward to that.
Captain Billy J, you're funny.
Some of the things we added, because this was part of the free at sea package that Norwegian offers. So we did get the drink package included in ours. And then also, if you see down there at the bottom, it says 2 additional dining things.
We also
with it,
got the Starbucks package,
which is right there.
which we can get. Is it unlimited for
It's
each
unlimited.
day?
Yeah, I doubt we're gonna drink more than 2 coffees a day, but you never know.
Oh, yeah, you never know.
So we added additional to us. We added the additional 2 dining ones, and then we got the Starbucks package. I think it was about with tax and gratuities. It was about $15.80 per person per day. So that was still was it like $218? I think for both of us, or was it $318? I don't remember. It was.
And you don't have to just drink coffee at Starbucks. They do have like the fruity drinks. It looks like water. It looks like a watery fruit drink. Dragon fruit stuff. They have lemonade mixed with fruit and stuff like things like that. Whatever. So you don't have to just get coffee. So if it's a hot, I doubt it'll be a hot day, but. If you just want something kind of more like water, then you can get something like that.
You usually do like the iced drinks anyway, more than I'll have a hot coffee like a mocha even in the summer.
But my iced coffees are even heavy because it's coffee.
Correct.
If you just get an iced drink like the dragon fruit fruit drinky thing, whatever, then it's less heavy.
Yep.
So
Billy got his free Starbucks coffee. Yes. Starbucks has the Dole Whip drink. Do they?
what? Who said that?
Destination Fun. I'll have to check that out. And Jamie takes her Starbucks gift card to use on board. Very good. So
I don't think I had one before, and they wouldn't take it for some reason. That one time, last time we were doing it, but go ahead.
I don't remember. So what else do we have going on with the ship? The design of these ships are the painting. This is probably one of, I don't know. It's kind of like a child was like scribbling on the wall with all these different colors. Sherry, awesome sunsets. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good to see you. But again, it's a Breakaway Plus class ship. And so the design is really interesting.
It does look like a child just went and squiggled all over the place.
So, Greg, do you know what this next picture means?
Kelly Clarkson is the godmother of the ship.
She is. And Greg and I are actually going to see her. We bought tickets to see her in Vegas this summer. So I forgot she was the godmother of it. So that's exciting.
We probably won't see her on the ship. But
I doubt it.
There'll probably be a lot of pictures of her.
So one of the things I'm excited about, if you can see that there's actually two things on here that you have to pay additional for. So one of them is the go-karts. It's 2 levels on this ship. And then at the back of it, that's their laser tag on there. So
that's not laser tag.
That's at the back. The aft of it is laser tag.
It looks like green topiaries or something.
Because
I thought it was a relaxing area, but that's right by the racetrack.
If I remember right, it's kind of like a Roman Colosseum looking.
Oh, that
thing
makes
to
sense. Okay,
and they have those in there.
So it's not even covered. So it's if you're out there daytime, it's going to be all daytime. I'd rather do it at nighttime.
Exactly. So, Embarkation Nation, this is the, I'm not sure if you're aware of what's on the ship, but this is the observation lounge that I was telling you about. This is my favorite part of the Breakaway class ships.
Yep.
And this is just the front of it. It goes about third of the way on the sides of the ship, all the way, it wraps around, and you got like 3 buffets in there, small little buffets.
That's up at the top.
Yeah,
there's a buffet. I remember
right above it is a buffet too.
I remember looking over, and you can see people just hogging the chairs with blankets and stuff, which are not supposed to do, but they're there for hours.
But in the observation lounge, they have 3 separate areas that are like mini buffets.
Yes,
counters.
I remember that.
Yes, and then Greg's right. Above it on the next deck, in effect, right in this picture that's
Traveling
shown there.
Gilbert's welcome!
The picture of this, you can see like a thing that it looks like an upper level. There is the garden cafe up there.
Yep. So I remember you can look down and see the piano and everything.
Welcome in, Ronnie and Teresa. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
And they're going to be on the non-group group cruise as well. So we're finally going to meet them in person.
Yeah, so looking forward.
And they're going to run for the hills when they meet us. No, I'm just playing.
So, Greg, a little bit about this bar for you.
That is my mojito bar. I told Derek, if you ever can't find me, more than likely that's where I'm going to be.
Yeah, they have some good drinks there. This is not my favorite bar. I would probably say the mojito bar is my favorite too. But here,
that's a nice,
at the District Brew House,
dark one, yeah.
At least on the Bliss, they have a drink called the Pumpkin Spice Guinness.
Yep.
And it almost tastes like a nitro, like a pumpkin spice nitro that you would get at Starbucks. And it's amazing. So I'm like praying that they have this. I don't know if I should pray to have an alcoholic drink, but they have that there.
They have some good. Singers, or they had a good singer when we were on the Bliss, so they do have a little bit of entertainment.
Yes.
That's an interesting picture for Choir of Man.
Yes.
Which they're going to be having that 3 times. I told Derek I want to see it all 3 times. He said he'll do it too, but if that's the only entertainment and you have a chance to see it, why not watch it 3 times and get your money's worth?
Yeah, they're from the UK, and they're from I think from Scotland, Ireland, as well as England, and they sing different songs.
I was joking, Traveling Gilberts.
Before the show starts, they actually serve beer that you can go up and get.
Oh, yes.
And then they start the show.
I remember when we did that the first time, we thought we were actually going to be part of the show.
No.
But they had us leave. Derek was dragged away kicking and screaming. He wanted to be in the show so bad.
We saw it on the Escape.
Yes, that was a good show.
It was very good. So
and it's always a different cast, so you get to see different people.
And well, they also have a traveling show that's not just on the ships, because it's on a couple of the NCL ships, but it's also a traveling show.
We did get to meet some of the singers after the show, and we bought their CD soundtrack, and you can take pictures with them and all that fun stuff. So
yeah, so we have
more sunshine, please, Jim. Welcome.
Jim.
I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, I hope you are too, Jim. So when we arrive, we're arriving in Seattle 2 days early, and there's several things we want to see.
Because we haven't been in Seattle before. Lots to do and see.
Well, we technically did, but we only went from the ship to the airport. That was coming home.
There you go.
Yeah, so
we didn't get to see
No.
Seattle.
Oh my gosh. But we're in a hotel which is right across the street from where the cruise port leaves, the ship leaves. So that's good. We don't have far to walk. But we want to see the Space Needle. We want to go to Pike's Market.
Well, we want to go up the Space Needle. We just don't want to watch it from the ground.
Pike's Market. We want to go to the Underground City. Want to
original
go to
Starbucks.
the first Starbucks. And they also have another one which is called Starbucks Rotisseries. There's a third word in there that I forget. Rotisseries roasting or
rotisserie.
It's not rotisserie. Roasting.
Are they going to serve a rotisserie chicken at a Starbucks glazed with some coffee? That actually doesn't sound too bad if you think about it.
It's roasting
might
company.
have to try that.
So that's they have that there. They only have them in a few different towns.
You could probably glaze it with a nice thick coffee sauce or something. That sounds
good to
actually
me.
interesting. I would try that.
And then there's also, it sounds funny, I don't know if you guys have been to them. They have an Amazon, I think it's called Market, where
fully automated.
It's fully automated. So you have to have an app to go through there or something you have to download. There's no cashier. So you put whatever you want in your basket. I think you bag it and you walk out. And as you walk through it, the sensors know what's in your bag and you can leave. So we saw that on Life with Favor
You
video.
actually go in the store?
Yeah, it's like going into
Oh.
I don't think it's a very big. It's not like going into a huge supermarket. It's
But
a smaller store.
Everything's locked up, basically.
No, you go in there and they bought like sandwiches in there and they bought like yogurt. So you just pick it off the shelf and you put it in your little stuff and then you walk through this area and it knows what's in there.
Oh, I thought it was fully automated. Like you're outside and it's a big thing, and you put what you want to order, and like there are these arms that are around inside grabbing stuff, and then they get it for you. That's what I was imagining. I've never seen what this place looks like. Traveling Gilberts. I don't know about catching a fish. I do like the fish market. I just don't like if it's a bad fish market. When we were in.
Oh my god! You're going to compare something to in Ensenada to
we were there, and it was bad smelling and flies all over the place. I'm sorry, I wanted to vomit just walking through there. I like a good fresh fish market with like ice, no bugs or flies or smelly, nasty smells.
Just adds more flavor to it.
No
more protein.
Okay, I'm gonna vomit.
Cheryl did the underground tour
I
last
like
September.
The good stuff.
So that's cool.
Awesome.
Destination fun. Every time we passed the original Starbucks, there was a long line. We went back later before they closed it, and there was barely a line. That might be good to do on the day we get back, but we're planning on doing it on Friday because we're from Fresno. We fly into Seattle. I think we get in at 9 o'clock. So one of the first things we do after we get situated, we're going to go to the Starbucks because we figure on the weekend it's going to be really crazy. So that's one of the first things that we're going to do.
Oh, they're the ones that throw the fish.
Yes.
They throw them in the newspaper.
No, I don't know if it's a newspaper.
And you wrap it up. It's probably like the beginning of Free Willy, if you remember, when they were throwing the fish Well, that movie took place in Oregon, I think.
I never saw them catching it in a newspaper, but they throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. They wrap it in newspaper. I don't know if they do that anymore. You would think you would get a bunch of ink on your fish, but then you just have tattooed fish.
Billy needs to have his own lounge show tonight. What happened to the blind man in Washington? He couldn't Seattle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, the Traveling Gilbert said yes. I am right.
They throw the fish, but they don't throw it in newspaper.
Nancy Fields, welcome.
Welcome, Nancy.
They do put it in, well, some places put it in newspaper. Next time you watch Free Willy, you're going to see that they put it in newspaper.
Okay, that might never happen again, but...
Well, it's a great movie. I loved that movie growing up. It took place in Oregon, which is not far from Washington. So I don't think they do things very differently between the two states.
It's right next to it.
I'm just saying, it's not very far from it. I'm saying, I'm sure that they don't do that. You know what? Never mind. They don't do it differently.
So a lot going on this trip. Alaska is expensive. I would tell you, it's kind of funny. People. One of the complaints about NCL is that you get nickel and dimed when you go there. And when you have the original cost of what you're paying for, and then you start buying all these extra things that you want to do,
that's what makes it.
Can go up drastically.
Your excursions in Alaska are redonkulously expensive. Yes, I said redonkulously. But there's some cool ones, but you gotta save up for that. Unless you have some money, then you're gonna be okay. But they are expensive.
Gilberts are asking, what's a newspaper, right? No one knows. Jamie said, has anyone gone on the Ferris wheel?
We will.
That is close. Yeah, we that's actually one of the things that we talked about.
We went on the one in Florida, and I thought I was going to be afraid, but I wasn't. It was a lot of fun, actually.
Billy says they named Free Willy after me.
Who?
Billy.
Oh my gosh.
So very excited. Again, we get to check in this weekend, and incredibly excited for that because it's all the more real in what we need. We're gonna start packing this because
so
you
it's
have to
not
pack a
real
little bit
until
differently
you
than this.
Can check in.
Destination Fun said we did the Ferris wheel, vlogged it, and freaked out.
Oh no, it was fun. I liked it actually. We were on it for like 15 minutes. We just kept going
It was
round
raining
and
too.
round and round.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was raining well. So a
It
little
was
bit.
raining wheel.
It was a waning. Oh my gosh.
A waning wheel.
Yes.
It was waning wheel.
So let's see. Where did I put our
Woos
group
and
cruise?
wabbits.
So we have a group cruise going.
Yes, I
out
was
of
gonna say, don't forget that.
New York. I don't know if it's.
It's on the NCL Joy.
Oh, I'm proud you remembered that.
And our buddies NoMapsNeededTravel are the travel agency that we chose to go through. They'll get you a very good deal if you choose to go through them.
Yes, that's them.
They always work their magic for us on our trips and everything. So if you'd like to at least talk with them and see what information they can give you, you're not obligated to go through one person. You can do it through whoever you'd like. We're just providing the information, but we would love to have you on this awesome cruise.
Yes. So it's Labor Day weekend. So it's the 2nd through the 10th. It is a one-way cruise. So it goes from New York and it ends in Quebec, and that's Canada, Greg, not California.
Yeah.
So just
Oh
as
my
an
gosh.
FYI. So that's the boys there. So some of this has changed. I was seeing, I don't know where it is. So, okay, next time we'll have to do better getting it organized.
What do you not know or what is?
The itinerary of where we were going. But we're going
Well,
to...
you just showed the map.
We're going to some ports we've never been before because we did do a Canadian cruise. It's going to Boston, which I think is going to be exciting.
Boston.
It's going to Portland, Maine. So that's that was a fun port. We had some lobster rolls there. We went on. We did the horse-drawn carriage, and we also did the train there.
And we had to listen to a traumatizing story on the horse-drawn carriage.
One of the many stories of it burning down.
Yes.
Then it goes to
but it was a good
Halifax, Nova Scotia. It goes to Sydney, Nova Scotia. It goes to Haguenay.
Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
You said 2 Nova Scotias.
it's Nova Scotia is like a state. So there's cities within that,
Okay.
and they don't call it a state; they call it a province. Province. It goes to Saguenay, and it also goes to one of the ports I'm also excited about is Prince Edward Island,
Yes.
Charlottetown, because
For
I want
Avonlea.
to. Anne of Green Gables. It's
We
the house
like that show a lot.
inspired the book, so I'm excited about that. And then it ends up in Quebec. Cheryl said she's going on the Getaway in 5 days. We actually saw the Getaway one time. Isn't that the one that has like the Statue of Liberty in the front of it, and the painting of it on the hull, or was that the? I think it was the Getaway because we saw that when we were in port on the Disney Fantasy in Port Canaveral. But that's very exciting. So yeah, that's what we have going up. If you guys are interested, we would love to have you. We have a small group going. We're not expecting a huge amount, which is fine with us. Because that's more time to spend with the people who are going.
I think it'll be a nice tight knit little group.
Yeah, we're in the double digits right now, so it's a good start. And
we don't expect it to like blow up or anything.
if we get more than 20, I'll probably pass out because I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh yes, 20. Oh.
But next week we'll finish up and let you know what we're doing with the cruise, or how it went with the check-in of the cruise.
Okay.
The encore. Greg's like, what are you talking about?
I know what you meant. Yep.
Anything else, Greg, you want to add?
No, I can't think of anything.
We talked about Harry Potter. We talked about my getting physical by the doctor. We talked.
Wow. Okay. You might want to, for those that weren't here for that, he basically got a physical, and that's what happened. So yes, nothing else.
And we talked about the NCL Encore, which so excited. I can't wait. I try not to be. I'm usually like one that before you go on a cruise, I'm like very subdued because we have work, and we work so much that we have to get ready to make sure everything's done while we're gone. And usually you get burnout because you're working longer hours.
I forget about the cruises a lot because I'm just working. My mind's in that mode, and I don't even think about anything else outside of work when I'm working normally.
Yeah, and I usually
like
shut it down. And then as soon as I'm done, my vacation's over. It's like, and
your vacation's over.
My
my vacation's over. I got to go back to work.
Once I clock out to start the vacation, which I don't clock out, but once I leave the building, how about that? It's like, well, and
Derek has left the building. Everybody.
I usually don't kind of calm down until I'm on the ship, because depending on how we get there, like if we had a drive, we were having to drive from Central California to Los Angeles when we were on some of these cruises, and I was worried that we were going to be late because of traffic. So until we're like on the ship, I'm like, I kind of like, okay, I can relax now. Or at least until you get to the cruise port.
Yeah, but you can't stress me out because I'm the one usually driving to places and stuff, but for us to get to where we need to go to even get to where we need to go.
Billy asked if I got my oil checked. That's one way of looking at it. So 9-day cruise, St. Martin, St. John, St. Thomas, San Juan, Dominican Republic, and one more, which was their private island, Great Stirrup Cay. So that is very cool. We are doing a cruise in the future on the Viva out of San Juan, and it's hitting all those ports. Is it an 8-day cruise, Greg, or 7? But there's no sea days. That
for which one?
On the Viva.
Oh,
in 2025. That I've never been on a cruise. 7 every day. There's no ports. I mean, there's no sea day.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't know if I could. How I'm gonna deal with that. I love sea days, but
we're gonna need a vacation after that vacation.
Well, we're at the top of the hour, so everybody, thank you for joining
so
us.
Much.
And I know that there's some other shows that are on after us.
The ship show, this and that for the Disney side. So check them out. Let them know Big and Little Explorer sent you. And with that, guys, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you
Really
very
appreciate
much.
it. I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
We are just getting started.
See you next week, guys. Thank you so
Be
much.
safe out there.